Alright guys, Shotty T here with another Defender Focus video. This time we're going to do Korg. Now Korg, when he first came out as a Defender, he was probably the most annoying boss you could have. But ever since then, the game has really created a lot of counters to this guy. But he still gives a lot of people problems from the standpoint that his SP1 is tricky to evade. So that's going to be part of the spotlight to this video. I'll show you a lot of great counters towards him as far as the champion list, and also if you happen to not have them, how you should fight against him, and I'll show you an example of that fight as well. So just looking over his abilities, and as you can see, this Korg is SIG 200, so 70% of the time he's going to be shrugging off of debuffs. Now there's a champion that was created this year that's an ideal counter, but I'm going to go through the list here. First of all, you got Namor, reflective damage, Havoc, all of his heavies, all of his medium attacks deal energy damage. Omega, same thing as well. It's non-contact, or his medium attacks doesn't cause him to lose damage. So it's in this abilities, can't describe it, but trust me. Storm Pyramid X, all of her attacks deal energy damage. So does Magneto, both of them, by the way. I might have missed one or two on the list, but those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. But in the science class, there are a couple as well. The notable one is Human Torch. All his attacks deal energy damage, and I want to say it was one more. That might have been it. Yeah, I think the rest of these guys, all of their attacks make contacts that I can think of. And feel free, if you have others in that class, you can leave a comment. Skill class, I can't really think of one. I think all of these people deal physical attack with theirs. So yeah, I can't think of any. So Black Widow, all her attacks deal energy damage as well. So that's one. Cosmic, again, I can't really think of one. I don't think there is one, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's not any there. Tech, now you have Ghost. Now, of course, you can use his charge against him. Of course, her attacks do cause damage, but if you phase and let him encounter his charge with a light attack 4-hit combo, that's how you can deal with that. And of course, you have the other one there, Iron Man Infinity War. So, and as long as you're not ending your combo with a second medium, his second medium does make contact, but his fourth light attack doesn't. Mystic, you have quite a few. I think I bypassed Dormammu, but he's another one as well. So just to give you an idea, Ebony Maw. So there are quite a few in the Mystic class, and I probably missed a couple as well. But we're gonna go in with Storm Pyramid X, and I'll show you her character spotlight after this fight to see how she's such a great counter for Korg. As you can see there, he normally would have shrugged off that stun, but because of her abilities, anytime someone shrugs off a stun, they get inflicted with a passive stun, and you'll see that in her highlight. But here we go. So the key is you have to start dexing back right as he pulls out the gun right there, because if you go by the sound of the gun, you're gonna get hit every time. You have to go right when he pulls that gun out. So we're gonna show it one more time here. All right, gun out, dex back, and there you go. So you're gonna see that throughout the rest of the fight there. I think that's the last time I do it in slow-mo, but you can always rewind the video if you want to see that again. So here I'm just trying to finish the rest of the fight. I mean, she's such an excellent counter for him. Like, it's almost like she brought him in. She was brought into the game to be like the ultimate Korg counter. You don't have to worry about the shrugs at all. And I think another thing about her SP2, when she's in her Tempest mode because by default I'm in her defensive mode. But if you're in her shock mode, if an opponent is immune to shock, which Korg is, they actually take energy damage equivalent to what is normally taken. But you can't see that this fight because I'm in her ice form. So just a little nugget there. That's the end of that fight. All right, so now you're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you her abilities here, so that way you can get a better feel. So this is the main one that shows. All right, so if the opponent purifies a stun debuff, it is replaced with a passive stun lasting 2 seconds. So that means if you have like your mastery setup, the stun is actually a little bit longer, depending on how you have your parry mastery and your stupefy mastery. But we're gonna show you another fight. Now this is an example of one where the attacker does not deal energy damage with their attacks. And that includes specials as well. Now, projectile specials, you don't get punished for those. So the idea here is to parry. Now, of course, it's going to be frustrating because he's going to shrug it off quite a bit. But you want to just do 4-hit light combos because you only take thorn damage from medium and heavy attacks that make contact. So if you light attacks, you don't have to worry about taking thorn damage. So what you want to do is just do a 4-hit light attack combo. And as you can see, projectile attack did not deal any thorn damage. Some of the rock stats got canceled out, some restored themselves. But like I said, it can be kind of frustrating. And that's the reason why I said if you want to save yourself the headache, it's better to have an energy. There are plenty of champs that are in the game now that can counter this guy. But as you can see, it's a little bit more of a difficult fight because you have to deal with a shrug off. But you can still methodically win the fight. Now I'm going to show you a little tactic here. All right, so I interrupt his, after his SB2, I managed to get 3 light combos in to get rid of the rock stacks. So that's another way you can get rid of the rock stacks, is punishing his SB2. Of course, you can't do that with his SB1 because if you dodge in, you're going to be dodging in with a medium attack and you're going to get dealt with some thorn damage there if you have a guy like Iceman. So I decided to just let the cold snap kill him. All right, so the very last fight is going to be my favorite counter against Korg, and that's going to be Namor because he deals 100% reflective damage. But the caveat is that he has to be Matt Sig. So if he's not Matt Sig, then it's not going to work. But even if he's like 90% of the way there, you really won't feel the damage too much, and you'll still be able to reflect quite a bit back to him. Start to go up to 5-star just to get the fight over quicker, but I wasn't quite sure if my 4-star was Matt Sig, so I checked that real quick. Okay, so he was, so I'll just do it with this fight. And what you're gonna see here is that every time I land a medium attack, the thorn damage gets reflected back quite a bit. You'll see it right there. I mean, that's like over 4,000 red, because the regular attacks for Namor are dealing in the hundreds. So that clearly was the thorn damage that was reflected back to Korg. So, and you'll see that again with the red numbers. Now that, so there we go, 4,000 again. So that's pretty cool. All right, there it is. All right, so I decided to go ahead and beta SB2 here. Go to my SB3. I manually trigger Imperious Rex. Now, I probably should have just went ahead and go to SB3 since I was close to 30. But again, this is not how to use Namor fight. This is just how to defeat Korg. So, but that's why Namor is so cool, because you can do some OP damage. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this fight here. So guys, this is how to beat Korg. So hopefully you don't have to worry about any more issues. Now, if he's stun immune, all you gotta do is just keep perfect blocking until you beta heavy. If you have a long reaching light attack, you can counter it that way. If not, just use energy damage. But anyway, guys, take care and hope you have a great day.